musically, what was the highlight of 2024 musically? So a few things to jog your mind.
Vibes Cartel.
They're not like us.
Freedom Street, Kendrick versus Drake, Capleton at City Splash. That's a few to jog your memory. What would you say was
Why are you using only your like people in music?
for Drake?
Kendrick versus Drake.
Kendrick.
Yeah,
100%.
What about the head? What about
Who was it?
Billie Eilish.
Who's that?
Kendrick.
Billie Eilish.
What did she do?
Kendrick versus
Bare things,
Drake.
24.
Kendrick versus Drake shook the whole world. It made people that never even had interest in hip hop, made people that never even had interest in disc records, in anything. They were glued because there was a period of time, I think, the end of April. It was only a couple of days. We're talking like about maybe about a week or 2 weeks. That small window made the whole thing mash up musically. It was such an unprecedented thing that happened between Kendrick and Drake. How the things were coming out, how the frequency of each song coming through, the level of people being involved. Nah, it was mad. It was mad.
So you're saying that music?
That for me, musically, was the highlight of 2024, without question.
Anyone?
Musically.
Yeah, I've got a. In fact, before I answer that question, if you remember correctly, a few podcasts back, we actually spoke about Freedom Street, and you were saying how when he comes out, he's gonna mash up the ting and whatnot. Before I answer, what do you think of the actual concert? What do you? You being our resident,
He Vibes Cartel hosted a good show.
I like the way you put that because obviously all the other artists that came.
right? So on the podcast, if we go back, I said that the show wasn't going to be.
The show was bad. It was all right.
Came off at one time, you know.
How can you say it wasn't going to be all that?
As I said, we were talking, and you was like, Carter was gonna deal with everything and whatnot. He's gonna perform, and Buddy was like, oh, so how was he before he went in prison and all of that? For me personally, I've watched it, and I don't feel he performed. However, to answer your question, for me, that was a highlight of the year.
So just to backtrack, he hosted the show. He was only ever gonna host the show. The man has music. I mean, hits. I'm not talking about just like throwaways. It's crazy. Yeah. He was only gonna, and what he did, he came up, he introduced himself in the suit and rare tear.
Stood there for 10 minutes.
He did a little rare tear. I think he jumped twice, and then that was him done. And then Spice come out, and then boom, and then he brought out everybody else. Then he had a little break. He was walking around to the back of the stage, and he was there, and then he wasn't there, and then he was there, and then he came out in the jersey, and then he did another 10 to 20 minutes, and then brought other people out. So, is it the musical event of the year?
So before you say that, my question, because you were saying that you was jealous about one of your friends who was going.
Yeah.
Are you still
Yes.
having that same? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. I like if I could have, I would have paid top dollar to be there.
The event looked like it was
as
live.
a whole, as a package, was top notch, in my opinion. As a package,
Everything. I don't even care about that. Being in Jamaica, New Year's Eve. Like I don't know if you watched the whole thing when they sang the national anthem, and then the boom was in time to the countdown, and then the fireworks bust at 12. Like being in the Caribbean, forget Jamaica, but being in the Caribbean, New Year's is amazing. But to be there in the national stadium was crazy. But again, I don't necessarily fit. Well, for me, I don't think it was the musical event of the year.
What was it?
I think it just about made the musical event of the week.
So what was your... Sorry, to go back to Rain, what was your highlight of 2024 then? Musical highlight of 2024.
See, I'm going to be very biased. And it's going to probably be Capleton.
I knew he was going to say that.
That's because I'm a Capleton fan.
you know, fast forward this part of the team. Just go.
I'm a Capleton fan. Like seeing Capleton perform is akin for me seeing God.
Rough.
No.
That bit there, edit the thing there, bruv. Don't use the G word like that, fam.
Everyone's got. It depends on what you believe in and how you believe in God. Everyone has an artist who they are like they are really passionate about and who they live by their words. K-pop is one of those for me. I've seen him 3 times. Every time I see him, he hasn't disappointed.
Did you stay to the end?
Of course I say to the end.
Right to the very end, when everyone was slipping.
The last song.
When everyone was
Brother, he
leaving.
just said God. If he doesn't go, it's blasphemy.
I don't even know. I remember me and Citrus left at the end or near the end. I don't remember seeing Rain Man.
But K-pop.
I'm just saying, I don't remember seeing you.
Turn over the table.
That's because he never left. Because he never left. That's why.
We circled.
Hey, he's still there.
What you're saying there is nonsensical, considering how many people was at City Splash, and you expected to see.
Brethren, you were a man that sits in your zone, fam. We know this.
So, anyway,
but to add to the point that Rain's saying, there are some people that if they went and saw a Michael Jackson concert, that is them. For them, that is them.
I'll be there.
But for some people, though, going to a Michael Jackson concert when he was in his prime, we're talking the one he had at Wembley Stadium. There were people there that went to that concert that talked about that concert to this day, and that is their
1988 bad concert.
Yeah,
I was there.
And there are some people who still say to this day it's their best experience they've had in life.
Right.
In life.
Exactly. And my dad, for example, watched Bob Marley at the Rainbow Theatre. He said there's nothing ever,
So did my mum as well.
no artist in history that will top that concert. Who?
Were they in the Wailers?
That's 4 members.
But yeah. Rainer said said his musical event. What was
You
your
said
highlight?
that
of 2024?
Cartels wasn't the musical event of the week. What was wrong with it?
I never said it was wrong with it. I just said it's just standard.
Right, so what would yours be?
What was your highlight of the year?
Billie Eilish.
Music.
Musically, what was your musical highlight of the year?
Musically,
Yes.
for me, I don't know. There's lots.
Go on then.
Sorry, at the end of it, we have to ask Jay as well. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Jay's
He
got
can't say it's Sizzler concert.
I
So
just want to.
Go on. We're digressing. Time is moving quickly.
go on, Citrus.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't that. I put it. I didn't even know it was on. It was just like, man.
You knew it was on. Shut up, man.
So hold on. For the whole year, did nothing jump out to you to say, you know what, this is the best thing?
No. See, the thing is, I'm a soca man.
So it could have been soca.
Exactly, doesn't matter.
So it could have been soca.
No. Listen,
last year.
I'm a soca man.
Yep.
Please.
Go on.
I'm a soca man. So even though and I loved, like, if you said to me, let's have a rave today, what music you gonna play? I will play dancehall because that's where I have the most fun. In a soca fit, we have the most fun. Do you get it?
You haven't answered the question.
Okay.
The highlight.
All right, I'm about to finish.
Marshall Montana coming back into the scene.
Bruv, so for me, the music event of, like, I think it was an on-star. I think 2024, no one's gonna remember it.
Wow.
Keep it moving.
I mean, the only thing I would say was the whole Kendrick Drake thing, but I don't think it's memorable yet. I think in 10 years' time, if I said to you what happened in 2024, you'd be like, raw.
Cartel was released. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, Cartel.
Yeah, it was released.
Wow.
That's
And then
nothing to
did
do
Freedom
with
Street.
Kendrick Lamar.
But okay, fine. So
anyway, go on.
So
Go on.
Tongo.
Bounty be allowed to perform in England at the concert.
the rubbish concert.
I liked it.
All
You
right
might
then.
think it's rubbish.
Mad
No,
thing.
no, no,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rubbish
no.
one.
No.
That's his
He
musical
liked it.
highlight
Don't
of
take
the year.
him down. He liked it.
He liked it.
Well, the one we went to.
That was his highlight of the year.
Buddy.
His musical highlight of the
Funny,
year.
the one we was at.
Yeah.
That was his musical highlight
I mean,
of
if
the
he's
year.
really trying to say that's the best thing.
That was his musical highlight
Right,
of the
I'm
year.
just trying to judge it, please.
That is Tongo's reign.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Bounty Killer is my
Yeah.
artist, so for me to see Bounty Killer
Yeah.
after 15 years, when he wasn't even allowed to be in England, that is my highlight.
Okay.
Are we done?
But Buddy could even name 10 Bounty Killer tunes.
it's not the point free. It was boring as hell. I mean, you know what? Let me know.
What's your highlight?
Yes.
Do you know what? I would sort of say, from the conversation that's been had, you'd have to say it was the Kendrick Drake beef, because it ignited everybody onto hip hop. Even people like himself that doesn't even listen to hip hop like that. All right, is saying, well,
I agree.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hip hop.
Yes.
Yes.
He claims to be. He claims to be.
We'll come back to that because
Yeah.
I've got another question.